Hi guys, it's me, Romeo. Christmas is only 2 weeks away, so I'm going to help you guys get the gift for the artist in your family. So let's get started. So today let's talk first about paint. Now, whether, excuse me, you're going to buy acrylic or oil paint, I always go with the good grade. This is one that I got. It's a Grumbacher. Don't know, it's some kind of green, I guess. Theo yellow. Green, I guess. It's some kind of green, yellowish. Really good stuff. So Grumbacher is a good brand. If they're first starting, if you don't have much money in your pocket this year, you don't want to spend a little too much dough, you could always go Artist Loft. I don't personally like them that much. Sorry, personal taste. I've nothing against them, but that works. Or if you really have a good amount of money, you know, if you want to get them some good stuff, give them some Winsor Newton, whether acrylic, oil, water, whatever, Winsor Newton works. So that being said, let's talk about brushes. But actually, yeah, let's talk about brushes. So you see here, these are kind of my assorted brushes. These are the no-name brands, you know, well, they have names on them, but they're Royal and Lancellicular, whatever. I don't know if I'm saying it right. But anyway, these are my other brushes that I use a lot, somewhat now. They're not really bad. They're pretty good for a decent price. You can pay, I think they're about $5 a pack or something. I don't know. You can get some good brushes pretty cheap at Michael's or maybe Hobby Lobby or something like that. Now if you're looking for something really good, these are ones that I've picked up. I picked up 3 of these today. They're the Winsor Newton hog hair brushes. You can see it right there, Winsor Newton. This is a number 6 brush, number 4, 2 number 4s, and supposedly I think this might be a number 4. But I use my Winsor Newtons. I love them. I have no problems with them. I work with different brushes. So as you've seen in some of my videos, or in one of my videos of me painting with you guys, I use Winsor Newton. I don't say the name brand very often, but I pick Winsor Newton because I've never had problems. And plus the hog hair, you can see that's hog hair. The hog hair is really good. It actually reacts very nicely when you're painting. It doesn't do very much damage, and it's not like synthetic where you're just having to worry about the hair just plopping off. You can get some good stuff. Winsor Newton's probably a pack online I've seen for 3, it's about $50. So yeah, they kind of set you back a little, but if you're looking for something good, definitely buy some Winsor Newton hog hair brushes. I really have not had any problem with these. I've used these a long time ago when I first started acrylic painting, and when I moved out to doing oil painting, I've used them. Not these ones specifically. Well, this one actually has been with me the most. So you can see this one's got the most use out of it. I love them. So, it's always good. You can never have enough brushes in being an artist. Always have a lot of brushes. For say, one brush goes bad, you got another, you got a bunch covered, and you can use whatever to make up for that lost one. It's always good to have a lot. I think a lot of assortment is good. Whether or not you use kind of cheapo ones that are like this, that just the hair are not that good, or you use hog hair, it don't matter. Even if you have both of them, it's good to have an assortment so you're prepared for whatever comes. Now let's get down to brass tacks. Let's talk about palette knives. Now I've got plastic, I've got an actual, I think that's aluminum, can't tell, but a metal one, and different size, different assortments. Always a good idea, have an assortment of palette knives. Buy some palette knives definitely if you're gonna start doing artwork. Palette knives work good when you're doing landscape or you're just trying to make something with either landscape or just with any art. A palette knife is good to have just in case if you need it. So those are kind of good ideas. Now let's talk about palettes. I've used this for a while now. This is a cookie sheet. I know, not a very good idea. It worked. It gave a lot of paint. It gave me what I needed to be able to hold my paint and work with it. Just kind of different. So if you can't really afford a good palette knife or a palette, excuse me, definitely buy just a cheap dollar cookie sheet like this. I don't know what size this is, but this works. The good thing about this is that when you're painting, when you're painting, your paint isn't going to go over the palette like the flat one that I'm going to show you here in a sec. You're going to be able to, it's going to stay within the, it's just going to stay in here like what you can see in here, unless you take the brushes and brush the side. It's all good. Now let's talk about an actual palette. Now I picked this beautiful thing up today for about $8. This is an Artist Loft wooden one. Pretty good. I like it. Yeah, it's kind of dirty because my hands are dirty. You can see. Sometimes when I'm gonna paint, I'll probably take like a plastic sheet or you know, one of those clear sheet things over it and use it that way instead of having to use the palette itself. Keep the wood nice and beautiful. But if you don't really want to use a wood one, you can always use an acrylic one. Find those online. Acrylic, that's what Bob Ross uses. Bob Ross used the acrylic, but he had the same thing like this. You just had your thumb in here and just basically kind of pick up the paint and just start working. Canvases, basically with canvases I tend to go to Michaels for my canvas. There, you can see behind me, both canvases are from Michaels. If you're really big into art and you just don't want to get the cheap ones like the ones back here, like if you don't want to go cheap like the Michaels ones like you see behind me, then definitely order one online. Look for the professional ones where you can stretch them and do it your own. But hope this helps. Remember guys, you don't need to have like $100 worth of equipment to make good painting. It's all about just how you do it and what you put into it. So I hope you guys have a good holiday and yeah, happy Hanukkah and Merry Christmas. And we're gonna be doing more episodes, and I might be doing a Christmas special, so keep watching. So hope you guys enjoy. Oh, one more thing I forgot to review before I forgot. I got these free with some of my canvases. I don't use these very much either, but these are my tiny little ones. I call these my detail brushes. It's always good to have detail brushes. So, alright guys, well, I hope you guys enjoy. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy painting. Peace.